we'll get in whenever. Pretty much the podcast is just business aviation, personal growth. Probably just gonna ask you, oh man, like what do you do? Why'd you get into aviation? Blah blah blah. Just a conversation back and forth, standard shit. I mean, you got yeah. Do you have any questions?
No, we're good.
Okay, cool, man. Cool. All right. Well, welcome, Janesh. Would you like to introduce yourself to the podcast from ground to great?
Yeah, so my name is Janesh. I'm a Riddle student right now. I'm a Riddle student at Daytona Beach. I'm getting my bachelor's in aerospace engineering. Pretty much, I am full on research mode right now. I love all about planes and spacecraft. Working on secret problem, not really. It's electric plane.
Mm-hmm.
We're working on FA's first fully electric plane.
Mm-hmm.
We have testing done before COVID, but now we're in a new batch of new students inside, so we're trying to recreate the whole model and work on it with the Diamond HK35.
The fleet that you guys have over at Riddle, yeah?
We have one HK35 glider which we're working on.
Okay, but they also, is that also the same Diamond that they fly as well? Different? What model is that one? Different model though? Okay, cool.
But it's not a glider, that one's full, it's still considered as a plane, it won't consider as a glider.
Okay, nice. Wait, so is yours considered a glider?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Okay.
Our wings are like probably one room.
No shit. But this is one like the total wingspan?
No, half.
Half of it. Oh my gosh, dude. Wow. That's crazy. That's like what? What is this room? This room's probably like more than 20 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
You can run 20. You can say 25 feet.
It's one side.
It's
Yeah.
I think it's HK35.
HK. Oh, you know what I should have done? I should have set it up to here. That would have been dope. I did not do that. That's a good idea. For next time, I'm gonna have like like Joe Rogan. When you watch Joe Rogan, they'll have like what's the Jamie look this shit up. Have you seen the podcast with like Theo Vaughn?
No.
He's pretty funny. He's like a comedian, and then he says some outrageous shit because it's Theo Vaughn. And then he's like, you know what I mean, Joe Rogan? He's like, no, I don't know what you mean. He's like, hey, Jamie, can you pull up some help, bro? I need some help, dude. All right, so what is it? The Diamond
HK35 glider.
35 glider wingspan. I should have two. I should have like ChatGPT pulled up. Let's see. 52.5 feet total. Dude, that's wild, man.
25 feet.
Yeah, look at that. That's crazy. So what? Okay, so you guys are making it fully electric. There's a pilot on board. That's still gonna be okay. Okay,
There's
cool.
always gonna be a pilot on board. We're not making it fully autonomous right now. It's just about making the first step of fully electric. We took the combustion engine outside. From propelled motors out. We put a gas.
I mean, it's reciprocating, right? It was yeah. Okay.
So we just took it out. We fully separated all the wires and everything. Now we added a whole electric motor inside with a propeller. But now the whole problem is testing the battery packs. So
that's the biggest problem, yeah?
Yeah. Because most people know, but some might not know that when you're taking off is the most consumption, and then that's all the battery needs right now. It's just for the plane to take off. Because when it comes to landing, you're idling your power down.
Yeah.
You're not going to be adding more power.
Yeah.
Only for maybe emergency situations, maybe add more power to it, but you're always going to be powering it down. So to take so much discharge of a battery and such a short period of time, because you're talking about, let's say, 30 seconds before you pitch up, you have 30 seconds gap of discharging a certain amount of amps and watts. And to make the battery not overheat and explode or any other cause fire or anything, there's so many other tests that has to go through.
Okay. So because of overheating, overheating.
Overheating is one of the big ones.
What are you guys doing to try to keep it cool?
We're doing a cooling system on it.
Okay.
So you know how like a PC has that
like a vapor cycle kind of? It's gonna use Freon?
It's kind of like a vapor cycle. It's like a water tube. You know, like there's a cooling fan, and then there's some people that put water around it.
Yeah, to cool it around.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what it's gonna do. It's pretty much gonna cool the system. It's gonna come out and go to a different pump and go back in. The whole problem is weight, because batteries are already heavy.
Super heavy, yeah.
And then adding a pump into it, because it's not only gonna be one pack, and you cannot add the water that goes through the warm pack go to another battery pack. It has to back to the pump and then back to the other battery. It has to keep cycling,
Yeah,
keep filtering the water.
Yeah.
So it's like one step of.
Yeah, one step of it. Yeah. Well, what are you guys doing for like recharging it? How's it gonna get recharged, or is it just the one and done for takeoff, and then? I mean, you guys are obviously gonna like. Where's the power coming from for what's it called? For cruise, is it just gonna be because there's not a propeller, right? Or there is
a propeller.
Okay.
So there is a way where you can it's pretty much reverse engineering the battery, reverse engineering the propeller. I forgot what it's called. It's like there's a certain bird. There's a thing that he sweeps down and he regains energy.
Momentum,
He gets the momentum,
and then he can go back up, and then
goes back up and goes straight to the same speed without flapping again. So same thing. We're using that same type of technology in the plane, but right now we're just trying to get past this one phase of the battery because that's like the hardest one going through. This one is more of just trial and error with the battery and with the propeller. See if we put let's say we put this thing in the wind tunnel or just put it in front of a dryer or something with a blower, will it be able to regain the energy using the airfoil or using the thing?
Yeah.
So this right now it's all by step. That's the whole problem. So I can say that we're doing this one right now for phase 3 because I only know so much of phase 1.
Oh, word. Yeah. Well, I mean, everything right now is like theory, right? Most of it's theoretical.
Most is theoretical.
Yeah. Like, there's been no flights conducted or anything like that.
So there's only 2 taxis that's been conducted.
Oh, okay, taxis. How long does the battery have? Like, what, same as these ones, where it'd be like 15 to 30 minutes of time? No more than 30?
Yeah, no more than 30. It's just like that.
Okay, nice. That's pretty cool, man. So what, lithium?
Yeah, it's Bay batteries, 18650.
Oh, okay. I actually don't know what that is, but is it a sort of lithium?
It's a lithium ion battery.
Oh, okay.
It's the thing that you've seen a vape, right?
Oh yeah. I have seen vape. Yeah. They have like the skinny battery. Yeah, that's what it is. So that's what the Teslas run off of. Yeah. Let's put it.
Tesla changed to Elon Musk's new way of saying there's a new battery that's been founded, but it's just the same battery in a wider capsule.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
So what? So what does that do? Does that just like create more cooling, like more?
It just
more
creates,
space for it.
It just creates more amps so they can use less batteries.
Oh, okay. Nice. Like less like cells inside the battery is what you're saying. Okay.
So the battery has less batteries, but
nice.
It's just another way of saying from it was something 8,000 to 18,650.
Okay.
It's been a long way to go.
Yeah. What do you think about the homie Elon Musk?
Homie Elon Musk, let's say, he's bright. He's thinking way too ahead of his time right now.
Way too ahead?
Yeah, way too ahead. Okay, so let's think about it. Let's talk about aviation right now. Right?
Yeah.
So 1960s or around that, 1950 was when Concorde first flew. That era was that, whereas Concorde was a thing. It's been like 50, 60 plus years now, and we don't have any supersonic commercial flights going on.
Well, the United is starting. They're starting. Yeah. Well, they're promoting it really.
Yeah. They're really promoting to Boom, which is Concorde's baby project. But like, think about it. We're like 80 years in the future right now from that spot. We have so much research, so many resources, so much technology, and we're not still able to bring out that supersonic thing. Yes, FAA has that little thing that they're scared of not able to bring.
The noise, right?
Yeah, noise reduction, and then there's this too much power in a small plane.
That's what they're worried about?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Because think about it. So Concorde was like a CRJ.
Okay.
You can say like that.
Yeah.
It had like a couple hundred seats, like probably like 150, around 100 seats. And then you want to add this supersonic jet, this Mach 1, Mach 2 jet in the back.
Yeah.
They're
like, yo, dude. Yeah. That's like pushing it, right?
Yeah.
That's what they're saying. They're pushing it.
People need to fly for the Air Force. They need so much rigorous training. So think about just adding these people that just came out who are flying.
Spit out a riddle or epic, yeah.
Flying out Cessnas and Pipers.
Coming straight from
Mach 2.
Yeah, ain't no way, right? Yeah, ain't no way.
So like, there's a lot of more testing. There's so much more in the training phase more than the application phase. Because again, Mach 2 is like, they're probably not going to use Mach 2. Yes, they're probably going to use Mach 2 for straight paths, but still, and there's autopilot and there's other things that help them like hit that certain Mach.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, the pilot has to be trained in a certain way. If anything, any failure happens to the thing,
he has to take full
cabin
control.
here.
Yeah.
He can have full control of the flight. And those pilots are wearing masks. They're wearing these full jumper suits to sit in a fighter jet.
Yeah.
So think about, is this a whole bit of, I don't know if, I haven't seen a pilot that flew Concorde. I don't know if they were just wearing a normal.
I have no idea. Yeah.
Shirt and pants, or just wearing a suit.
Yeah,
or
like
were they
yelling
actually wearing a fire resistant suit? And would that happen to would the pilot, like whatever the pilot's wearing, let's say the fighter jet, let's say F-16 right now, right? Is that what everything has to be required in the cabin in the back?
Yeah. And if so, what would requirements change at all for different altitudes for the passengers? Exactly. Right. That's interesting. Yeah, I wouldn't know. Yeah, but I definitely wouldn't trust someone straight out of a Cessna going to a Concorde. I'll tell you that much, bro. I'll be like, ain't no way, dude. Like, I'll see people, dude, like, I'll see people that are already, like, have contracts with different companies, and I won't say any names and stuff, but they're like, you know, mechanics, and like, they just goof off, and just like, they're like, whatever, like, I think it's good. I'm like, oh, you think it's good, bro? You sure? Like, are you sure, bro? What company are you flying for again? What contract do you have? I'm making sure I never hop on a plane, bro.
That's the whole thing, because like, as both of us, we're both in a flying, you studied at a flying academy, full-on flying academy. I studied flying academy with business, engineering, and stuff like that, but we witnessed so much of the new generation pilots.
Yeah, and you're like,
yo. And like, we're like talking to face to face.
Yeah.
And think about it, we don't even know when we fly Delta, we fly Emirates. We don't know the pilot or what their backstory is. Well, let's say you go up in like 10 years from now and you see that your classmate or your peer is flying that plane.
Yeah. I'd just be like, bro, get me off this flight, bro.
Like contradicting yourself. Like, do you really want to fly right now? Or do you just want to be like faking a health emergency and like get off the plane? There's a lot of different factors that we don't think of, but now we're at a flight school, now we think like, see, this guy's been fooling around all this flight school, all this private. He barely paid attention in his ground school.
He's falling asleep in the plane. Am I really gonna chance it right now? Or I can take this flight that's gonna hop out in 3 hours. Like, I think I'll wait 3 hours. That's funny, man.
We're kind of like, we just found this new way, like new perspective of looking at pilots.
Yeah.
Or looking at engineers.
Yeah.
Because I'm like,
what is the engineering side of stuff? Because I've been able to get kind of like business a little bit, just mostly from going to like events, maintenance here, and I have my private, so I'm able, and I work here on this side too, so I'm kind of able to get a good perspective, but never engineering. So what is that kind of like? You know, what do you see on your side of the pond?
On my side of the pond, bro,
Yeah.
we have this various type of plane. Like, I don't know how to exactly describe it, but like I can just say that you can have your good engineers, and then you can have your not good engineers.
Okay.
You're gonna have people who will be every testing. They'll make a test car. They'll make everything organized, and then the other side you have. You want to run tests today? I'm free. Can we go do it right now? Everyone says yes. We go. Yeah, we have nothing prepared. We're just gonna hit enter and hope the code will work.
You're like, okay, dope.
Let's go.
Yeah.
So like, there's so much, cause like, I did robotics all my life. Like I did for 8 years robotics.
Okay,
so,
you did competitive?
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
So I was full on mechanical. I've seen all aspects of people when working in a build space. I've seen from theoretical to design to manufacturing, assembly to a final piece. I've seen how people work throughout. Coming from there, I knew that it's so hard to find that people are not going to the same wavelength. You're going to have to tease some people won't even care right now. They just want to be there for the fun of it. Same way when I came to Riddle. It's the same way. Some people are there because they're passionate about aviation, they're passionate about space. Some people are there because they got a scholarship and they're like, oh, it's nearby home, let's go here. And then some people are there just for fun. And then you just finally realize that where do you want to take yourself with? Do you want to go with the fun side? Do you want to go with the people who are just there because they're on scholarship and make friends with rich people? Or do you want to go with the people who are passionate about it?
Yeah.
So like, you'll see when you go on, like first day of class, everyone will be there. Second day of class, 3 students drop.
Really?
Third day of class, half the class is gone. Like, no joke, I was in my physics 1 class, calc. First day of class, fully packed. It was 60 seats. 60 of 60 were full.
Mm-hmm.
There was 2 people extra in my class. They were sitting on the side. They were standing because they thought that there was enough seats in the class. There was some mess up. There was no space in the class. And then second day, those 2 people came back. They sat down because 3 people dropped out. Third day, half the class dropped.
That's crazy, man.
And like
they can't handle it, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, is it that bad the first day where they're like, I'm out of here? Or like, what's up with that?
It's like you just tend to realize, because physics, mine was a 3 o'clock class, 3 p.m. class. So by the time you go to your 3 p.m. class, you probably already had 2 classes in the morning, one at 8 a.m., one at 11 a.m. So you already have like 2 classes done. You're on your 3rd class physics, and then you just tend to realize that, do I really like engineering?
Because you're full in, right?
Yeah.
Like you dive all in.
You dive straight in. First day of class is just, my name is a professor, chapter 1 is starting. Literally, this is how everything class, every single class for my past 2 years here has been going on. Because like, you come from high school. High school is like 1 week syllabus. Then you start off, okay, we'll introduce ourselves to some icebreakers. No, there's no icebreakers in college. You're just ready to learn and adapt and apply your knowledge. So you get to class and then they're just, okay, chapter 1, we're learning about Newton's, the 30 laws of Newton. And like, half the people are like, are we not going to take a break, like go slowly? I just came out of class. They're like, no, that's something you problem.
Yeah, something you problem,
You put your 2 classes together. You should realize if you can't handle too much pressure, you should have a gap in between or breaks. And most of, some professors are really nice at Riddle. I love, like, they're amazing teachers. They're so down to earth. And some people are just like, they're there because they're like, they're too intelligent to waste their time. Like, I don't know, it's not like.
What do you mean by that?
Exactly. So, it's like they're very straightforward, on the spot.
Yeah.
They'll start saying things, and then they really mean it because like they spent, let's say, 10 years learning about the same subject. They come to class. They come to your first class. The professor just literally walks in, and he's like, "We're ready for this, right? Because you guys all signed up for my class."
So yeah, we're going in. Yeah.
You have technology. You can go rate my professor. You can see how I was in the past. I don't care. I come here. I'm sitting here, and I'm starting my chapter 1.
Yeah.
So there's some professors like that, and like you might have fun with an easygoing professor, but the easygoing professor might go off topic too much. You might not know that because they'll be like, the honorary professor, oh, she's a really good teacher. She helped me with this. She helped me with that. She's very easygoing. She pays perfectly. They don't say she goes off topic. They never say that. If you go on radar professor, you can keep going down the thing. No one says they radar professor. Only the person who say she goes off topic is the people who are like, oh, I don't want to go to class today. Oh, I want to go today because it's an exam. And then you go to exam, oh, she went off topic.
You're like, you say less. Perfect. Yeah. I didn't study, so perfect. Yeah.
So easygoing professor. She helped me with my test. She's so easy. She's so easy to get your work done. She called homework out, and she goes off topic. Will be the one person who's sitting in the back who's been every single class, and he will write that one line down. She sometimes go off topic. So like, then you think about it, like, do you really want to go to that easygoing professor, or do you want to go to the person who's like really interested in your topic or in your class, where he will teach you because he's been through that experience? So like, after like first semester, I was using great professor. I was going for the easy professors, but then I realized that like, why am I trying to put so much easy in like making myself adapt to the easy life? Because when I know the moment I graduate here, I'm not gonna get rate my professor. Can I pick what my director is gonna be, what my manager is gonna be? No, it's not gonna be like that. It's gonna be, you go there, they're gonna give you your tag, and you're gonna be working for a random professor, or a random manager, or a random director. They're not gonna say that you have a list. You wanna pick them from here, or this is your timings.
Yeah.
You're just gonna go there, start your day, and end the day. So after that, I just went through every single strict professor I found.
Really?
Yeah.
When did that happen?
It happened second semester.
Okay, that's when you're like.
I'm serious.
Yeah.
I'm like, because like then you really know if you're interested in engineering or not. Because then if I really wasn't paying attention, if I started doing that, I might later on when I get one hard professor because I couldn't find any easygoing professors on the list, or all the spots that I selected, and I get there, I'll be like, whoa, what's happening? Why is everything going so fast? But like I'll be already ready. I'm like, oh, if I let's say I have 4 strict professors right now, right? And I get one of these easygoing professors, I'll be like, oh, nice, I have a chill class for one time, for one of my semesters.
Yeah.
I can at least say that.
Yeah.
I want to be like, oh, dang, I had all easygoing professors and now I have a strict one.
different way of looking at it too, different perspective.
So, that's like riddle for you, as an engineer. And then as an engineer, why I said it was high school. So actually was middle school. I joined FLL, First Robotics Legal League competition. They had these small Mindstorm things. I don't know if you know Lego Mindstorm.
I do. Yeah, I did like a little like course. They never had it. I don't think they had it in like my school. They had a robotics team.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mindstorms was cool.
Yeah. So we had Mindstorms. It was like some game gets released, and then you're supposed to. It's literally a block of cable on the court, and then your robot has to go around and complete as many tasks as you can within 3 minutes.
Okay.
So that's why I fell in love with robotics. That's when I fell in love with engineering. I'm like, whoa, I just have a bunch of parts around me. How can I use this part to make a robot that can go crawl three dots ahead, turn left, pick up a ball, put it in my basket, take that same ball out of my basket and put it in a goal or in a basket, and then like a basketball hoop. There's like so much things that start clicking in your mind, like, wow, how does like things work?
Yeah.
So then that thing took me through middle school. I came in, I did 2 years of that, and then I got a little busy. I was taking all hard classes. I started taking more engineering classes in my middle school because I went to a K.
You had engineering?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. K-12 charter school. It was STEM based. So little science charter school. So
Yeah.
We had the science. We had no sports team.
Okay.
We had our gymnasium. So pretty much look at a hangar and you'd be like, okay, this is our school. Literally, when I walk into the picture, I'm like, wow, this feels like OSS vibes.
No kidding.
Yeah, it's literally like those classrooms you showed me, like it's literally just like that. Like you walk in where you feel like you're in a normal college, but when you go outside you realize, oh, you're just in like
tiny little
hangar.
hangar.
Like that's the same feeling that I got. I'm like, whoa, I'm like entering, like I'm being like nostalgia.
Yeah.
This is so nice.
Yeah, Epic is cool. I like it because it's more than a mom and pops now than it really was, but it has the same feeling of it, which I really like. Like it's very like it feels like homey, if that makes sense. Like if you go out there, they have like a little they have the table that's made out of a wing, which I think is dope. Like people know each other pretty well. Like you can go up to somebody like, oh hey man, like how's it going, and you like know them as opposed to like like a way bigger school. I'm sure at Riddle you don't know everyone at Riddle, you know what I'm saying, but then there's more opportunities to meet more people and in your career field, which is good, or or you can go off, right, because you can meet someone from business as well. You probably won't see that many business people here at Epic necessarily, right, because they're either here to fly planes or across the street to fix them. Yeah, but it's really nice. Like definitely if you're here for those things, perfect. Yeah, you're set. You'd love it for sure. Yeah, but it doesn't have that extra layer of it where it's like not it's not like more branches where you can go off and stem off from aviation, because there's way more to aviation that a lot of people like see to eye. Like for example, the same feeling when you're saying you go into an airport and your homie is like flying a plane and you're like, oh shit, right? Like you don't realize that even like way before when you just hopped in a plane, you don't care who the pilot is, doesn't really matter. You go in and then you get to your destination. But like now I'm sure you think of, oh man, there's like mechanics, there's engineers who built the thing, there's ramp agents, there's the pilot. Hopefully the pilot's not drunk, because they
like, there's always things to think about now. It's like you walk in, the moment you see the plane, you can look down and be like, you think that technician is doing his job right?
Yeah, right.
That guy is looking at his phone while he's pumping that fuel into the plane.
You're like, I hope should I do something about it? Like I don't want to go anymore because we also hear about the stories that goes on. Like what? There was this one flight. I don't remember the specific details about it, but this one plane went down because this guy put gas into an airplane. I don't know if you might remember this or not. But he used the wrong like metric system, right? As opposed to like the Imperial. So it's like, oh, dope. Like, oh well, did you check the gas? It's like, oh, of course I did, of course. Oh well, did you use metric or Imperial? He's like, oh well, I do what I always do. It's like, well, this plane's not rated for that. You're supposed to read the directions, right? He's like, oh well, this is how we do it. Well, you fucking killed people, so based off like Flappy Bird, right? I did that Flappy Bird when that came out, but Yeah, it's like so little stuff that you just don't think about. There's so many things too. It's nuts, especially when you get into maintenance. You see there's, oh my god, there's so much room for error if people don't pay attention, dude. Yeah. I mean, is there anything like that with engineering? Because like for maintenance, you can kind of tell because it's people working on an aircraft, or like especially for inspections. I got my airframe like a while back now, and I work here maintenance. I used to do lines, so I used to fuel airplanes. But I'm starting to do inspections now for like 50 and 100 hours for the airframe.
Oh, nice.
And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna take longer than these people, because these people, I mean, they already know the rule of it and everything. I have to take out the binder, and I'm looking through everything and taking my time way more than they are. But I'm like, wow, this is kind of a big responsibility, because like I have to look at the section, and then my instructor would tell me, look at the section you're looking at, and then some, because they're probably gonna want to blame the mechanic. Like, well, I mean, you were there, why not just look, a few inches more away, right? So there's a lot of room for error, right? Is there anything like that for engineering, where is there rooms or areas where like something could go wrong if you're not paying attention or doing what you're supposed to be doing?
So like it depends now. So because so it's like the AMS, right? You have the plane in front of you. As engineers, we're learning from the plane from scratch. So we have to do
it's all a concept,
Yeah. For the beginning part, it's all concept until we get think about it. Our whole AE degree is pretty much all concept, because we don't touch a real plane, we don't build a real plane. We design a real plane, we put it into we have a CFD thing that does for the airfoil or stuff, but we never like actually get to make a final product. As an AMS, you have the final product in front of you. You know where things can go wrong, where things can go right. We don't have a finished product, or we don't get to that step. We pretty much, here's a 3D model of our plane.
The math checks out.
Yeah, the math checks out. We don't have to make sure this bolt's tight or not, because we just have everything molded, like on CAD. It's just everything is molded correctly. It's just gonna be attached to the specific spot. So there's a lot of, we don't have that much room in a way of failing, or like, because at the end of the day, if a thing goes wrong, no person's gonna sit in a design. They're gonna sit in the final product. But then things happen where when you enter labs or you enter research, while I'm working research right now, there's so much room, because pretty much I'm an AMS now. I'm working with propellers. There's a finished product in front of me, and I'm trying to fix it. I'm trying to make it. I'm adding my engineering minds to it, and then there's also AMS mind to it too, the way of thinking it. So you're pretty much just trying to fix that plane and try to. So I'm working on is taking a motor out and putting the electric motor in, but there's so much things that you have to think of that so let's just say we want to go test it, right? We have to do pretty much exactly what a pilot does, a pre-flight checklist. We have our own things printed out on the table that we have to go through, because
what does that look like?
For the diameter, it's pretty big. This is a glider, so it's like there's a lot of things, but because there's so much things that you have to check before flight, because your wing is so long. It's 25 feet long.
Yeah.
So there's so much like certain places you're supposed to check on the plane where there might be a tear, or there might be easy ways where that place might be damping down. So there's things that we had to check on the diamond like that. Last time they were testing, I wasn't in town. I was back in Orlando, but they separated the whole plane apart. The wing was on the side. Both of the wings were on the side of the hangar. The wheels were off. It was literally holding up like a chassis, like a car mount. It was holding up. The motor was somewhere else. Engine was somewhere else. We had all the seats removed. Everything was everywhere. But now we had to go put it back.
And you're like,
And our professor, like our head professor of the Eagle Flight Research, he's the one who's gonna be sitting in the flight. So
he's stressing, He's like, you better do everything right.
As I was heard, he was there making sure everything was right. We had one AMS student who was there, who worked in a diamond, or he's been around diamonds for some time, and he was helping them fix everything together.
Like put it back together.
In a certain place, because we know we're not gonna fly the plane, but still taxi. There's so many things that could go wrong.
Yeah.
So they did that. There's things like this. So pretty much at the end of the day, what I'm trying to say is that the only time we have thin air to we can mess up on is when we're in testing phase and we're
But that's normal, right? That's
Yeah,
that you're supposed to, have some
failure
errors.
is
Yeah.
what teaches like that's how you succeed in life.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
for us, we need failures to happen, but without any lives being lost or any lives being damaged. So that's like our small thin air that we have as engineers.
Like more of a cushion, I guess. I mean, I feel it's part of the description too. Yeah, like the job description.
Pretty much our job description.
Yeah. So
build planes.
Huh?
Build planes, save lives.
Yeah, there you go. Right, or try to create the most perfect version of an aircraft.
Yeah.
Like for example, if you're able to create, like for example, the great thing about having a battery is that there's no moving parts. Yeah. So then probably less time or more. I guess I could say more lives being saved because there's less room for error. There's less stuff moving around as opposed.
More to check. We have to technicians have to check before a flight can take
exactly.
departure.
Yeah.
So because having just an electric motor connected to a battery, yes, there are some places where you have to check because one loose wire can short circuit the whole motor and batteries. And if short circuit batteries can mean one leaking, one exploding, one after another, all of them will explode because they're all the battery tracks are going to be connected together. They're all going to be wired together in one line. The only thing is that let's say there's a short circuit that happened in the motor, that short circuit can follow around to the whole plane. While in the combustion and like a normal turbine, if anything happens in the front, the only thing that's going to happen is the front's going to blow.
Yeah, yeah. Or they can mitigate, or make sure that the problem is under control in a small area and not let it go all over. So would that be something that you think will be seen more in electrical aircraft where there's more at risk? There's less risk because there's less like stuff that we have to check. Like we mentioned before, an engine, there's so many stuff that's moving and going on. Stuff's gonna wear. It's gonna have to get replaced eventually, and if it doesn't, that's a big issue, right?
Yeah.
Less of that when you're electrical.
Less maintenance. But
bigger problems if something does go wrong, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
Because, yes, in a normal turbine engine or combustion engine, we do have the fuel line that connects to the wing where all the fuel is present. So if anything happens there, there's the easy connection of a fire to go straight through to the wings. I don't know, there's a safe switch on it.
I mean, there's shut-off valves,
Shut-off valves,
yeah.
But just like that, but there's ways that you can go around the loophole because yes, there's a problem that now we have old batteries and the batteries going to be placed around the plane, either in the wing or either in the back to find the center of gravity. But we can also have a valve switch, pretty much an emergency shut-off switch, and cut off power. But still, at the end of the day, battery is these small capsules of acid.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much small capsules of acid. So we're not going to have just 20 batteries. One battery pack is holding around 25 batteries. Times it by 4, it's like 100 batteries you have there.
Yeah.
And each battery probably contains around, let's say 25 ml of acid. Again, times that by your pack, times it by 4.
Well, there'd be a lot of servicing there, I guess, too, right? Yeah, because a lot of it, the electrolytes will want to evaporate and stuff.
So there's a whole thing about, because a lot of times when batteries have a problem is when you're charging it, there's a discharge value that comes out.
Oh, okay, like for nickel cadmium. Yeah.
So pretty much the moment you charge the battery, let's say you plug in your laptop, right? On a laptop there is a lithium-ion battery, but you can charge it multiple times in one whole problem because you're not constantly going to be having your laptop on.
Okay.
And it's not going to go like you see how Alienware they have such cooling systems because that battery overheats the moment you turn on.
Oh, really? Because there's so much stuff going on, yeah?
So much stuff going on. So there's times where you have to replace that battery so often in Alienware and stuff like that. Why? Wow. It's because the moment you plug in your computer again, there's going to send you a discharge value. Discharge is you're sending amps in, and amps are also flying back out.
Yeah.
So same thing, but now looking at every single cell in the aircraft, there's going to be more maintenance on that side because when you plug it in, there's a BMS reader, a battery monitoring system.
Okay.
Battery management system. Sorry. And it pretty much will tell you each cell's discharge value. So in one way, it's going to be easy for in maintenance side that they can just look at
isolate the problem, right?
Isolate exactly what the problem is, and tell you exactly what cell is at what row by column. But then, how much is FA gonna say that you can only go through the BMS, or you have to go after certain, like probably one or two flights, you have to go manually test them all.
Oh, I see. Yeah, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Because even a computer can read wrong sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
or maybe a loose wire in the plane, or turbulence caused a loose wire to happen.
Mm-hmm.
There's a possibility that it's going to tell you that this thing is perfect, but in reality, it's still giving the most discharge value in the whole pattern, which is bringing your battery thing. And you're flying right now at, let's say, 6,000 altitude, and it's showing you on your BMS that everything is good in the cockpit, showing you BMS is perfect. You have enough battery, full battery, but all of a sudden your battery level is dropping. And you're like, why is it dropping if I'm cruising altitude? If I'm not if I'm on idle power, it shouldn't be dropping this quick. So there's so much things that you're thinking about, like, is it one of the battery packs? Like the moment it lands, you gotta think of, is it the whole battery pack? Are they gonna replace the whole thing?
Yeah.
Or is the airport or the airline gonna have extras at the certain airport for the battery pack?
Yeah.
So there's so many other things that goes wrong with it.
Yeah, that's true. And just you saying that, I was thinking of all the retraining that's probably gonna have to be done for a lot of the pilots. Because I mean, like, let's face it, like the future, it's gonna be electronic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just like what we were talking earlier. I don't know when it's gonna happen, but it's like guaranteed. You know?
Guaranteed at this
Yeah,
point.
it's 100%.
Like, we have Boeing who's doing zero emission flights now. We have Airbus trying to get electric flights out. They're all in the research phases.
Yeah.
But we're at that stage now that where the whole pilot training right now, we have private instrument. Pilot instrument, there has to be probably another 3-4 more chapters about electrical part.
That's probably what will be added. Yeah.
Yeah. Now think about all the pilots are right now currently a pilot. They'll have to go back and learn the 3 new chapters.
Exactly.
And get tested on them before they can fly those certain things. Or maybe they might add another rating that you can fly electric planes.
That's true.
That's probably going to be that's probably going to be the new way of doing it. Probably instead of restarting the whole instrument thing and adding new topics to it, they might just say, to fly an electric plane, you need this type of rating.
That would make sense.
Because instead of messing up the whole thing, add a new rating.
Yeah.
So there's that one possibility that I see coming soon, but it's all right now. FA has to pass it. That's like engineers, like every single morning, an AE engineer is hoping that the FA will allow this plane. Like we wake up and we see this, we're like, we're making the same plane over and over again. We're just adding bigger turbines.
You're just modifying it, nothing crazy.
Like, there's nothing fun in it anymore. Like automotive, when the big jump happened from gasoline to electric, all the companies hired so many electrical engineers into the field, into the automotive industry. Like think about it. When before it was only mechanical engineers who were there, who were designing the plane, manufacturing plane, assembly, all of this.
Yeah.
Now, when you go to Tesla, there's not going to be that many mechanical engineers there.
You don't really need it,
There's no engine in there. Probably the motor you need it, but like the motor is not. It's this electric motor. There's no fuel going through it. It's just charged to another battery.
Yeah.
So now the whole field is went through just electrical programming and software. So the whole way of looking at automotive changed. Now looking at it this way, when you go apply for a job, they ask you, are you a mechanical, aerospace engineer, or electrical? They say electrical now, both stream, and most companies they say, are you an electrical engineer and you want to do the job? Well, they see electrical because they want to do for the cabin to look nice and stuff like that. But later on, it's not going to be only for design, like the interior lighting and stuff like that. It's going to be mainly just for the cockpit and how to power the plane.
Yeah.
So the mechanical engineering is going to go back out of the way.
That's crazy.
So it's going to be aerospace and electrical.
Yeah, because there's going to be no need for it.
There's no need for anything of that anymore.
So where do you think it's going to start, man? Like I kind of have an idea and like a theory, right? Because we obviously don't know yet.
Yeah.
But what do you think? What's the path that you see in the next 50 years, or wherever you go to, where you've thought of up to where aviation's heading towards?
50 years from now.
Or you can say, oh, this is gonna change first, and the next whatever. Then after that, I think this is gonna happen. There has to be no time frame. Just what do you think is gonna happen?
We're in 2023 right now.
Okay.
So it's been 23 years of the 20th century, 21st century. We're looking at, let's say, I would still give it another 10, 15 years before electric flights are commercially normalized. It's going to still take another 15 years because not one of them have publicly announced that they're in testing phase or they're going through the FAA process. Nothing has been announced yet. Maybe under the books, but still the FAA is a very like as
They haven't been public about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're in a flying academy. We have FAA agent like FAA officials who come here on a daily basis. No one has really said anything about electric flight or anything because especially Riddle, the FAA people come every single day. There's just some new FAA person here giving a talk.
Okay.
So like, there's never been a talk about electric flight, or they're in the process of getting them passed or anything. So I still get another 10 years of it, just getting to the phase of to the FAA and FAA passing, giving that green light that you can start manufacturing this in bulk.
Yeah.
So I'll say 10 years for that, 10, 15 for electric flight. Within that, I'd say I'll give it around 2040, where it's going to be electric flight and autonomous. Okay. There might be a technician on board. Maybe not fully autonomous, but technician on board.
But it could if it wanted to. Yeah.
It could if it wanted to, but just for FAA's soft spot to just let us pass the autonomous phase. Yeah. Just add a technician on board. Yeah. But I'll say after the moment electric phase goes through, we have FAA in our hand pretty much. We could say FAA is on the engineering side is palm. Yeah. Because now we can sprout out in so many other ways of just adding autonomous or adding different new adaptations of the electric thing. Because think about it, when we went from Wright Brothers flight to combustion to turbojet to this engine to that engine to different materials, there's so many things that we changed. Yeah, composites. We changed literally the whole way from a wooden plane to now aluminum frame. There's carbon fiber planes getting manufactured right now. Yeah. There's so many things that have been changing over this time. 3D printing too, huge. 3D printing is very huge. FAA has been getting on that a little bit, like for like parts. Yeah. A lot of that's been happening. I've seen rockets too being made. Military space is actually launched yesterday. The composite one, right? The composite rocket. When was that? That was last night, right? Yeah, it was last night. I think it launched. I don't know if it launched. It was. I know the time window was like 10 to 1. I don't know if it launched or not. Yeah. I got a message 1 hour to launch, and I'm like, I'm too lazy. Yeah, I'm trying to go to bed. Yeah. I won't sleep. But yeah, that happened yesterday. So there's so many things that are happening about just not in, let's say, the engine wise or the electrical wise. There's so much material science. I'm actually, after a graduate bachelor's, I'm going for my master's and PhD in material science. Okay. Which I want to apply to aerospace. You said materials as in like composites? Yeah. Okay. I'm getting my master's and PhD in doing that. That's the future. Yeah. Good shit. Yeah. So there's so many new materials getting found in carbon fiber. There's the woven material where like it heals itself. There's things like that because like think about it now, we're on the phase where supersonic, electric, all of these are in the phase right now. We have all of these things coming up. Now the whole thing is that if the engine's gonna be the back, where is the bird gonna hit first? The wing. Yeah. Is it gonna damage the wing? Is it gonna dent to the wing? Is there a way that we can fix the dent mid-flight? Where it's just material that comes out, it's a self-healing material that are actually using this in making. What's the name of the material? It's some long, different name. Okay, all put together. Yeah, like some like acronym for. Yeah. Okay. I don't know the exact name, but it's a self-healing. It's only like one in the market right now. But it's a self-healing material. They're actually using on satellites and stuff like that. So if it hits an asteroid, it can heal itself back up. How does that process work? How does it heal itself back up? There's. I don't know. Is it chemical reaction? Is it a chemical reaction? Yeah, it's like a chemical reaction added with some type of power source. Okay. So to speed up the catalyst, it needs electrical source to power it. But then it uses that chemical properties of just healing itself back up together. So it would naturally heal itself. However, a power source is used to quicken that process. Speed it up a little bit. That's interesting, man. Let's say if a bird or something hits a plane midair. Yeah. It hits the wing actually. Yeah. And it dents something. Your whole airfoil is like destroyed right now because wind is coming up from another angle. So can you fix that without the plane getting turbulence or anything happening to the wing? If there's too much air going below it, it's gonna flip it. Because you're traveling, let's say, around 200 miles per hour. Okay. You're taking off right now. A bird comes. It hits right on the bottom of the wing, or right on the tip of the what's it called?
so behind.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
the front one.
Leading edge.
Leading edge.
Uh-huh.
It hits right on the bottom of it.
Okay.
It just adds this another gap. So it's all going straight right now, and you just see this small gap between the tip of the winglet, and there. And it just has a small gap now. More wind is going down there. And
Yeah.
pitching up.
Yeah, it'll probably create some joy, especially during takeoff too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So can you heal it in a certain period of time? By the time you almost like you're taking off and that thing happens, can you heal it on that spot within the next 10 seconds before your thing has to go leveled up? So there's things like that, or before even takeoff. Like what happened if because I know they use tranquilized darts to if there's any birds on the runway, they shoot them down.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Dude, imagine having that job, bro.
Yeah, that's your job. If you look at the Daytona International Airport, you hear gunshots.
Because they're tranquilizing them?
Yeah, they're tranquilizing.
Dude, that's crazy. How do you apply? You gotta be like just like straight gunman, right? Like retired army. That shoots dip and just shoots birds all day.
They also do that. It's very big in DXB.
Wow. Over where?
Dubai International Airport.
Oh, okay. That's the
they
symbol
don't
for it.
they don't want to harm animals, so they have to, because their whole thing is about like
Yeah.
not harming humans, not harming animals. And they're very strict on that part. So they try to use the less chemical tranquilizing dart that can keep the thing on the runway, because DXB is one of the busiest airports right now in the world. There are A320s coming in every single day. Like every single minute, you're probably gonna see another A320 land.
Yeah.
So there's more possibilities of anything happening on that side, but in DAB, I hear it all the time. I'm like, what's that sound? And then I ask the instructor, he's like, oh, they're shooting the birds on the side.
That's crazy.
Or they try to lead the noises. So let's say they don't probably shoot at the bird, or they just shoot on the side of it.
So it'll just go.
They just shoot over it. So.
He's gotta have good aim, because if he messes up, he's gonna hit the plane, bro.
That's also true, but I think they don't let you run the runway. So there's people who are like the people who are running around the carts.
Yeah.
They spot the bird. They tell the tower that there's a bird on there's some type.
Can I shoot it? Yeah, or can I shoot towards it? Yeah.
And then do not let any airplane come in during landing right now or takeoff.
Because I'm there right now. Yeah. That's kind of a fun job, dude.
Yeah.
Imagine being in high school and you're like, so what do you do, man? Like, what do you do? I shoot. I want to shoot birds, bro. I was at the airport. I see airplanes and I shoot birds.
That's a nice job.
I feel like that'd be a nice job. Yeah, I probably don't get paid that much, but,
but like
I don't know. I feel like it'd be a good life.
Yeah, like think about like a fighter jet landing again. You have your headphones in.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
You shoot a bird. Like, gotcha, sir.
Yeah. Salute. Thank you for your service.
Thank you for your service.
He's like, no, thank you. Oh, that's so funny, man. Dude, so what's up with the podcast? I saw the trailer. I thought it was cool. So is that the trailer that you're gonna put on? Do you want to tell people what the podcast is about and how you? I know you had one previously and you stopped.
Yeah.
And then you're bringing it back up again. You want to kind of talk about that?
Yeah. So it was COVID time, 2019. No, 2019 June. Me and my friends started on the podcast. It's called. Well, I'm Gujarati, so it's like a small state it's a state in India. So I made it Guju live. So
Okay.
Every day we would just come on there, or every other day.
It was live?
It was on a Zoom call.
Oh, okay.
It was on a Zoom call. We would just hop on a Zoom call. We'll pick up some nice topics around us. We'll say some Bollywood actor passed away, or there's news around, because COVID that time there was so much news coming out.
Yeah.
And from US to India to like different types of sports matters. Sports were shutting down. There's nothing happening. So it's pretty much just we're living in our house and we're trying to go on the day with it.
Yeah.
So we just started to make new topics, try to talk about some things. I had a lot of friends from high school where they were singers or rappers. So I would bring them on and we would play I used their intro and outro was their song.
Okay, word.
So
Yeah.
it was like perfect. So we had that happen. So that was Guju Live. So Guju Live lasted. I had maybe like 8 episodes. Lasted a couple months. It was on and off. But then time went down. I started applying for colleges. I came to Riddle.
Life happens.
Life happened. So first year of campus, I was actually gonna start up a new podcast because we have a studio there, but I picked all the strict professors from the beginning. So
Okay.
it didn't work out really good. I was very stressed. I was very every day was too busy for me. But then this semester I have a little free time in between Tuesdays and Thursdays. I don't have class, so I try to keep time for myself. I go to the gym, I do some research and stuff like that. I keep all my time packed for that day. I just keep it like a chill day. So I made JP Aviation. So now JP Aviation is, we talk about science, technology, we talk about iconic aircrafts, we talk about literally from a pilot perspective to an engineering perspective. So we talk about both ways of looking at, let's say, an airline or a plane itself, CRJs. So I have a lot of friends who are right now flying for airlines.
Okay.
So we have them who actually said yes, that they want to, I can interview them so I can see their perspective from coming out of Riddle and being in an airline, and how is that feeling happening right now.
Yeah.
So we have that aspect, and then I know a director, test flight engineer from Boeing in Seattle.
Nice.
So she said that she will be able to come onto the podcast sometime soon. So I'm going to get her perspective on how is looking at a plane. You see, she was working with the 777, so she sees 777s from her office. There's this line of 777s everywhere.
Yeah.
And she's there, she's like, today let's take a 777 for a test.
Oh.
So like she's in a flight, she showed me some pictures, so she's literally in the plane with a bunch of computers, bunch of different instruments to travel, test all the wind, like let's say different type of putting too many. I need to put more technical. Let's say leading edge, the airfoil. How's everything expecting? How's the cockpit? How's the pilot feeling in the flight? Is he getting any turbulence? Is there wind, like is the wind impacting him too much? Different ways of just looking at how the plane is working and how can they make it better. How can add new dashes and add an 8 to it and make it better?
Modify it, right? Yeah.
Modify the plane and make it better. And send it back to research, back to design, and back out to for assembly. So there's that whole aspect of pilots and engineers from the future. Like they're in the future. They're in this generation right now where they're working every single day, and we're here learning from the same field. So this is a good way to just connect all of us together.
Yeah.
So that's what JP Aviation is. So it's just information with a lot of entertainment.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cheesy jokes for the first episode I made because it's the Queen of the Skies. So
yeah.
I added some cheesy jokes inside just to make it a little interesting.
Yeah.
But first episode is coming out probably next week, I think. I think it's shooting for next week.
Okay.
I have some editing to do.
Okay.
Because
it's hard, man.
It's really hard because like right now I'm talking to you, right? We're on an audio file. We're just talking right now, face to face. I'm on there in a call. I'm like recording myself. I have a green screen behind me. I'm sitting there talking to the mic. There's no like conversation. It's not like laid back. I'm trying to think things. I'm trying to elaborate on what I'm going to talk about today. This is so much more fun.
Yeah.
I have this friend who actually just hit me up on Instagram yesterday when I dropped the trailer. He's like, bro, I love what you're doing. Yeah. How can I join you? So I'm meeting him tomorrow. And I'm going to be starting working with him and see how see the more people you have in the thing, like Joe Rogan, he's bringing people in because one person talking into a mic is one person's knowledge. Two people talking is two conflicting, sometimes joining, sometimes arguments, sometimes it's not arguments, more like discussions. Yeah. And you just learn more things like that. So my knowledge, his experience, my experience, and we just talk and entertain and give information to people. So that's deep aviation, like in a summary type way.
Nice, man. That's exciting. Well, how can also let me know, if you ever need help with stuff.
You're coming on.
Huh?
I'm dragging you on to go JP Aviation.
Yeah, well, I mean, dude, I'd be down to hop on a podcast. You can probably come here if you want to, for one episode or whatever. I don't know where you usually record. So the studio, right? Over at
there's the studio there, but it's like you have to get so much training on you before you can use it because it's like a radio station, so they have everything lined out. So there's like training you have to do for it. Right now, I'm just hopping on with getting a mic. My mic and my webcam is coming soon. Okay. Because I ordered it, so I have that coming in. I think it's coming on Saturday. But right now, it's just me and my laptop on Zoom. Yeah. We just laid back. We're just enjoying it. Yeah. But as time goes on, I'll get like the camera set up. I'll get an actual green screen, like an actual setup, and not do it on Zoom call. Get like 4K quality. Yeah. Make it legit. Yeah. But for now, we're just starting up. We're just gonna see how the audience likes it, what the audience wants to see more, and see as time goes on. I'll invest more money and get everything done.
Yeah, that's what I've been thinking about a lot too. Because, I mean, like when it comes to me like editing, like I used to be able to be like okay at it. I used to use like a lot of the Adobe products. I used to mess around a lot with Adobe Audition, and like there was like I used like Autodesk one time to be able to like I made like this Temple Run video and I made like a coin in Autodesk and I was able to send it in After Effects. It was pretty cool. I mean it was cheesy as hell, but it was fun. But yeah, like getting into it and trying to edit, it's kind of hard, man. But I was thinking like, well, you know what? Like if the quality right now isn't where I want it to be, that's fine. I just want to be consistent about it, and then over time, I'm gonna be able to improve because the more time I'm spending, doing something.
The whole thing is that in the beginning, you don't need to buy like a $3,000 laptop, all the setup and everything. In the beginning, you just want to bring your interest to the audience.
Yeah.
It's like everywhere says, you don't want to start off big. Going big and going nowhere is two different things. Because you're gonna go big, and then let's say nothing happens, you're just gonna have all your equipment just sitting there around the house.
Yeah, you're not doing anything.
Like,
it could be perfect, right? And what are you using it for, though? Yeah.
But then, like, let's say you start off small, and then you find out, okay, the audience likes this. I can order this thing now. Next, that it might make my video look better. I get inputs from the audience saying that, oh, maybe you should try this thing, or maybe you should try this website that's very good. Instead of testing everything, there's an audience who can help you with it. That's what Guju Live was going to do, because I had so many people who was texting me saying that you should try this. Instead of Zoom call, you guys can go into a closed environment where you guys are both tested and you guys can get a good shot of it. We're like, yes, but we have strict parents. You want to be
low key,
low key about it.
Yeah.
So, but if I would have stayed in Orlando and I went to UCF, that was going to be one of our big things. I was going to make my garage into a little studio.
That would be dope, man.
So I was going to have the green screen, the lighting, and everything, make it like legit.
Yeah.
But I came to Riddle. He still calls me all the time. He's like, bro, you gotta make an episode again. Like, yes, you got to.
Dude, making episodes with the boys is so much fun.
It's literally fun.
It's so much fun.
Because you know your brother or your bro inside and out. You know exactly what part triggers him, what part can get him excited for something. So like on a podcast, you just hit the record button and you just trigger him a little and you just calm him down. It's like you're playing a video game. You're trying to beat the guy up. You're like so funny, bro. You're like just dancing in front of him. You're like, what's up, bro?
That's so goofy, man. Yeah, I used to have another podcast called the Kitty Show. It was like pretty much like exactly what you're describing. Like, you're talking about the boys, about whatever. I try to talk a little bit. I had this one podcast that I really enjoyed a lot. It was my first one. It was one of my friends who's like, he's a goon, bro. Like, I love the man, dude. He picked up his car one day, or like, a few days he planned, but like he pretty much just picked up his car, decided to drive all the way to New York and then back. I was from California originally, so this is from California to New York and back. And his car, like, he did not like check anything for maintenance. No oil, and then he like pulled up to this motel. And he's like, I'll save a few bucks. Like, why not? Like he could very well afford a nice hotel if he wanted to. He's like, nah, I'll just go to this like Motel 6. And he almost gets shot, bro. I'm like, bro, how'd that happen,
something that like I would do, like something that like I'd be like, you know what? Let's just go on a drive today. Let's go to New York. Let's see New York. Yeah. Like, why book a flight and like be there in like a couple 6 hours instead of like I can drive there and go through like New Mexico. I can go to Wyoming and see whether Wyoming actually exists or not. Drive all the way around and stay up.
Yeah.
It'd be pretty fun.
Yeah. But yeah, super cool guy, man. I enjoyed doing it. I kind of want to bring it back up, but I lost a way to hop back on, if that makes sense. Like for me, for like my platform, I'm not able to
log back in pretty much.
For that one, yeah. For this one, I can't obviously because I'm back up. But that one, since I paused it, I just for some reason I'm not able to access it again. But I want to have something like that where like like maybe I'll have a cold one with the boys and like talk about stuff. Yeah. Well, anyways, man, how can people reach you if people want to listen to your podcast or follow you on LinkedIn or Instagram or whatever?
Okay, so my thing is you can go to my Instagram. There's Janesh PL, so it's JANESH PL. On my bio, it's a public account, so you'll be able to see me. If you click on the link on my bio, it'll take you straight to the JP Aviation link tree. It has all my links on there. And LinkedIn and everything would be everything we post on there. There's about me, there's all my personal links, like if you want to email me something, an inquiry or something, talking like that, or you can go straight to the top and just watch the podcast. I try to make everything so easy because like I'm the only one there right now on the podcast, so it's like if you want to contact me, how are they gonna contact me? You know what? I mean, just make a portfolio plus my podcast. So like just swipe straight down and go straight to my personal stuff. they want to contact me, they can. If they don't, it's fine.
Yeah. Nice.
Fine, we're chill.
Yeah. Dude, I was gonna ask you, bro.
Yes.
How'd you get that tire, man? Like on your Instagram?
Oh.
Cause I went too, and bro, I was like, I like snuck into the pits. Like you're not supposed to.
Yeah.
I snuck in. I'm like, yo, like what do I gotta do to like get a tire, man? how'd you get it?
Alright, so I went. So it was my friend's birthday party. It was like 11 hours. Fully gone.
Yeah.
I'm not sober. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay. Then okay.
I'm gonna fight for it. So fine. So I was not sober at all, right? We go to Rolex 24. I'm scoping the area. I'm like trying to figure out. Cause I went last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, last year, the year before that,
Mhm.
and I heard people saying Michelin tires is the way to go.
Oh.
It's straight in the center.
Yeah.
It's so hidden. Like you don't see there's like cars going there right fast.
Mhm.
Like, where's the Michelin?
Yeah.
And, like Michelin's right there in the corner. You can go talk to them.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that's sick. I go talk to them at the night. They're like, come in the morning. When we're loading up trucks, we have used tires, so we don't have space in the truck.
Mhm.
We can give you free.
Dang.
So the next day, I went home. I slept. I came back in the morning.
You're like, well, my tires out, bro.
And I'm like, I went to Michelin, and he's like, I talked to the guy last night. He said there's extra tires for us. Like that you guys are giving away. He's like, yeah, I got you one.
Dude, that's so legendary.
I
But you planned it out though, yeah.
I planned it out because
Yeah.
my friends, they actually did everything last minute. They just walked up.
Oh, what? Yeah.
So my friend, he has from Daytona 500 tires.
Okay.
He has like 7 tires in his dorm.
What? Just
stacked
showing
up.
just stacked.
And like I'm only here this one tire that's sitting in my balcony right now, but I'm actually gonna make a coffee table out of it.
Oh, that'll be cool.
So I'm gonna LED lights. I'm
Yeah.
putting the Jack Daniel's small bottles inside all
Okay.
around, like lights.
Yeah.
And then I'm putting the 3 tri-leg wooden leg sticks.
Okay. Yeah.
And then just step it on the pot, put glass.
Oh, that'll be cool, man. Yeah, that'll be really cool.
Because I love
Yeah.
Rolex truck. I'm more of supercars. I'm not more of like running around in circles cars like Daytona 500. I'm more about like supercars, hypercars, pushing cars to the finest limits.
You hear about the new Dodge?
Yeah.
Well, dude.
Right, so I just saw
Crazy,
it.
yeah?
I was really watching it as I was driving. I'm like, bro, this thing is sick.
Sick, dude. I think like a dealership will only have like 1 to 2 because they're just so rare to begin with. People right now on like Discord are saying like, bro, like buy it and you can flip it. I mean, it's gonna be hard to like find someone to buy it, but the value's gonna go up automatically, bro.
But if you like find a dealer in
Yeah.
Florida, like be like, I want to be the first one. I have the money. Here's cash. Take
Yeah.
it, have it.
Yeah.
But like the moment you have that car in your hand, you're like, let's just wait for some time. You look at Google. You go on. You search up the thing for sale.
Yeah.
The price going up.
Yeah.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
200 grand.
Yeah, like, oh,
shit,
man.
This is nice.
Yeah.
And then you're like, all right, here you go.
Like don't.
And you just walk out with like profit of 150 grand. You're just like,
Dude,
I can go buy another car.
Yeah, exactly. Literally. I was thinking like, well, I mean, like I don't have like the revenue to invest in that, but oh my gosh, I was so thinking about it. I was like, man, because all you really gotta do is find a loan and get a down. Like all you need really is a down payment to make the investment, and then you're able to secure it.
Yeah, but the whole thing is that, but if you want to do that, you cannot go to the Dodge dealership and say you want to get a loan there. You gotta go with the papers in hand.
Third party,
Third party, you have the papers in hand because the moment you say that you're paying a loan, at the thing they'll be like, no, we have people who are paying cash.
Yeah, and like they're about to buy it like right now.
Like, it's gonna go off the lot in a minute.
Yeah.
So you gotta go off thing, gotta go outside, get the money in hand, and be like, here you go. Here's a check.
Yeah.
Take it. Have fun.
Easy money, bro.
Easy money.
And I mean, you gotta drive it back home, right? Might as well, test it out a little bit. Yeah.
2000 or 1000 horsepower?
Oh,
it was
I don't remember. Yeah, but I know.
2026 horsepower, something like that.
I know it was like from 0 to 1 to 0 to 2 was way quicker than the Tesla. I think it was like 1.6 as opposed to Tesla's like 1.9. Yeah, something like that.
Tesla's 1.9. Tesla's plaid Model S version, but it's 0 to 60 and 1.6 flat, which is crazy for combustion. Like
that's what I'm saying, man. Yeah, that's quick, man. That's smooth.
Way too quick.
Yeah, well, they were saying like it's like almost illegal, bro.
It does not come out with normal tires. The moment you go to the dealership and you buy it, it's the sticky tires that you use at the drag race.
Really?
It's not the normal let's say Goodyear tires that has the grip on it. It's the sticky tires.
Wow, dude.
So I'm pretty sure it's probably road legal, but the people who are gonna buy it
collector's item.
Collector's, like straight
Yeah.
collector. But it's like seriously, this is the last one of Dodge.
Dude.
And they're going straight hybrid and electric now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, did you hear what's it called? Ford is doing the thing where if you miss like a payment on a car, they'll start turning off functions, like they'll turn off the AC. Like
Really?
yeah, did you not hear that?
No,
Yeah, they got a patent signed, or like like you know, it's where if for example they miss a payment, the AC goes down. You know, it gets so bad, bro, where the car is able to drive itself back to the dealership if they miss a payment, like that many payments, bro. Crazy,
that's
dude.
Crazy, but that's pretty smart.
That is pretty smart.
That's really smart. Like,
Enough for the person buying the car, though.
Think about it, like, you know how much money that Ford has to lose for the people who don't pay? Because they got to go for the repo thing.
Mm-hmm.
And
they got to pay for repo.
Pay for repo.
Yeah.
Bank has to go pick it up.
Mm-hmm.
The bank doesn't bring it back to the dealership.
Yeah.
Bank keeps it.
Yeah, exactly.
But this way, it goes straight back to the dealership.
Exactly, yeah. It's like no middleman. Boom.
No
The car literally.
back.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah, man. All right, bro. Well, I'm gonna end it here, but dude, pleasure having you, brother. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. All right. This is From Ground to Great. I'm your host, Daniel Reese-Menace. This was Janesh, and this is me signing out.